Hello everyone, so today I want to show you what we do for summer school for the kids. We like homeschooling year round, and when we finish our curriculum this year, we decided to take a break since we have a new member of our family, new baby in the family, so we didn't want to move on to the next year's curriculum. So instead of doing that, we decided to just have bins for the kids to keep things fresh, such as reading, fluency, fact practice, multiplication, addition, and some logic activities. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, and it doesn't take very long to do at all. So let me show you what it looks like. So here is a bulletin board. In this bulletin board, I've already kind of taken most of the things down since it's the end of the school year. The only thing I have is their certificates that they have for the passing grade this year, and I also have their pictures on here with a little tree and their awards for swimming that they got this year. And then this bulletin board over here is their sponsor kids. Each one of my kids has a sponsor kid in which they correspond back and forth with, they write letters to, and it just helps children learn that there's poverty out there and that they can do something to help. It teaches them about charity and about contribution. Here's a little quote that I want to share with you guys that I put up here on our bulletin board. Matthew 25. So it's, for I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these my brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. So I thought that was a really neat quote to put up here for our sponsor kids, just to teach the children on giving back and contribution, and learning, there's poverty out there. Not everyone lives like us. All right, so down here I have their work boxes for the summer. I have a read aloud basket, and it looks different in the summer, so I'll show you what's inside. I have the baskets for my first grader, third grader, and preschooler. I'm going to bring this to the table and show you what's inside. Okay, so for the read aloud basket, I am focusing on the human body just this summer. So I have this DVD, The Human Body, and it goes over the skeletal system, nervous system, muscular, circulatory, urinary, respiratory, digestive, and the 5 senses. And I also have the Magic School Bus Human Body DVD as well for them to watch. So these are different resources that I have in here. My first human body book. So whenever we go over something, I'll have them do a coloring page. So for example, let me show you guys something. This week, we're doing the digestive system. So I'll have them color this in, and we'll go over different things: the large intestine, the small intestine, the stomach, and let me show you guys. So I have a lot of different resources in here. So I'll go over the digestive system through this book as well. So I'll open up here and I'll go over the digestive system, since I'm gonna have them do that coloring page. And this is a great book, and it's very colorful. Let me show you guys. Can you stomach it? And it goes over the stomach. It's very colorful. It talks about the intestine. And so I'll read from here. I have them do this coloring page. Maybe I'll have them watch some of these DVDs. So I just try to pick a topic like that every week and just have them learn that way. And then I have other resources in the basket. I have the Magic School Bus inside the Human Body book. I also have Mistakes That Worked, 40 Familiar Inventions and How They Came to Be. I like reading a little bit from here every day. Where Things Came to Be, Dog Guides for Blind People, Tea, How It Came to Be. Like, these are the actual stories. Potato Chips. It's a fun way to know the history of things and how they came to be. Then I also have our devotions for kids, and I've talked about this, and this is a very awesome book. You read every day a little bit, and then it has a little action that the kids do So it gives them a Bible verse, a theme, and then an action. So that's our devotions book. We absolutely love it and highly recommend it. And I'll link all of these resources below, so if you're interested. So that's our Read Aloud basket. I also have our family Read Aloud as well, that it should be in here, but it's not. So moving on to our preschoolers workbox. All of them have these check boxes. This one is for my preschooler, and she doesn't really check these off. This is just for my own, kind of checking off. My older kids do check it off. So she does alphabet cards, number flashcards. I do a read aloud where I read to her, and then she practices letters. So let me show you what it looks like inside. So for practicing handwriting and stuff like that, I created this binder for her. It's like a pre-writing binder, and in laminate sheet protectors. I'll link this below for you guys. So if you want to see how I created it, it's just like pre-writing binder that I created for her, just to go over those basic strokes: horizontal, diagonal, vertical lines. And then I have things in here that I put in here so that she could practice her pre-writing. Okay. I also have here some letters these are stand letters that she traces with her fingers to go over those basic letters and tracing. Here I have her letter flashcards. We go over the letter sounds, keep it fresh in her mind. Here we have numbers 0 through 100. So we work slowly through these. First we started off with 0 to 10, then 0 to 20, then 0 to 30, then 0 to 50, and so on until we got to 100. Then for logic, I have two things. I have these my picture go together flashcards. And I have these are what goes together. So she needs to match, like fish to bowl, bread to toaster, and it's just like a little logic activity that she's doing this week. And then here I have a Brainquest cards. Now she's almost 3. She's gonna be 3 in like a week or so, and we're doing this Brainquest 350 questions to build your toddler's word skills, ages 2 to 3. And it has different things, different questions that you ask the child, different pictures that they look at, and so on. So, and lastly, I do some type of read aloud to her. Here we have the animal ABCs, and these are exactly what it is, animal ABCs. So it goes over each letter of the alphabet, and it has a little rhyme. P, my name is Piglet, and I'm getting big. Mama smiles and likes to say, I eat just like a pig. And it goes on. It has little rhymes for each of the letters. She loves this. So that's her work that she does in the day. And this could very well, change. But we try to stick to the main things that are here on the summer schedule. All right, so moving on to my third grader's bin. So let's go out and take her stuff out. So she does logic 5 minutes, addition, multiplication, facts 10 minutes, independent reading 20 minutes, and piano practice 20 minutes. So here I have the book that she's reading. She's actually going to be finishing this off today. She only has like a chapter left. She loves this series, and so I bought her all the books from this series, and she's reading them. Here I have her logic, and all these sheets I print out, I get from her logic books, and I made a video on their curriculum and all the logic books that I picked out for them. So I basically make copies, like Monday, that was today, and then Tuesday, that's going to be tomorrow, word search. Wednesday, Sudoku. Thursday, I have another activity here. And again, all these I make copies from our books that we got every day of the week. They just got one sheet here to do. I'll link that video of our curriculum so that you know where we get these from and where we make these copies from. So every day of the week they do one logic page. So that's for logic. And then she also does her flashcards. I have multiplication and addition in there, and I set it up here, right and wrong, so it's a self-check. So she goes through the flashcards, and she she looks at the flashcard and she gets the answer. If it's wrong, she puts it here. If it's right, she puts it here. And I'll show you how she works on that in just a minute. And then, like I said, she has her read aloud, independent reading. She reads for 20 minutes, and then she does her piano practice. And that is for my 3rd grader. Then for my 1st grader, she has the same thing. She has logic, addition, facts, independent reading, and violin practice. These are her flashcards that come with her Saxon curriculum. Here you have a little cup. Again, she goes over it with me. If she gets it right, it goes on this side. If she gets it wrong, it goes on this side. The ones that she gets wrong, we just go over again. But for my oldest, if she gets any wrong in hers, she needs to write them 5 times in her math notebook. So that creates a little bit more of a challenge for her. Here are primary phonics. So today she's reading this one. So every day I give her a different phonics book that she's reading. We're going through these primary phonics books. Then also in here I have some letter practice for her, tracing the alphabet. So she writes the alphabet. I found this one in Target in the dollar spot. And then over here she has numbers as well. So she writes her numbers 1 through 20, 0 through 20. And I also have her do some spelling. So I dictate some words and she writes them as well. Then I have her logic activities. So Monday, again, Sudoku. Word search Tuesday. This is from Lollipop Logic. Again, I'll link the curriculum below so that you know where I get these from. From Lollipop Logic. Every day of the week they have a different one that they do. That's for logics, just to keep their mind fresh and going in the summer. So that's basically what it is. That's everything that they do. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of them getting their day started and some of the things that they do. Alright, so let's go. Okay, so here are the girls working on their summer school bins. Emily's starting off with some letters that she's tracing. When she's done tracing them, she's going to be putting them in here. So she traces them and she puts them in there. Jade is going to be working on some addition facts to start off with. Here we have 2 bins. We have a right bin and a wrong bin. So 8 plus 4, for example. What's 8 plus 4, Jade?
8 plus 4 is 12.
12. Check your answer. If it's right, you put it on the right side, okay? Go to the next one.
8 plus 9 is 17.
17. Check your answer. So it's a self-check. Keep going.
8 plus 2 is 10.
10. Is that right? Yep. If she gets any wrong, they go in here, and then she has to write them 5 times in her math notebook. So she tries as much as she can to get them right. Then she's going to be moving on to her multiplication facts as well. So Jay's going to be working on that. Iris is working on some numbers. So she has this dry erase board. Iris, show them how you do your numbers. She has a dry erase board, and she's just tracing her numbers there. So that's what the girls are working on. I'm going to start working with Emily first, working with her flashcards and all her things in her bin. Then I'm going to move on with Iris. She's going to be reading to me and doing all the other things. And then lastly, I'll work with Jade. And this shouldn't take more than an hour to go through. All right, so here are the girls. Jade is finishing up her book. You're done with it, Jade?
I'm done with the whole book.
Jade's already done with the whole book. Emily's working on these Go Together flashcards. Ready, Emily? What does sock go with? Let's see if you can figure it out. Oh, yes, sneaker. Put it right next to it. Yes, Iris.
I'm done with this book already.
You're done with that book already?
Uh-huh.
All right.
So could you get my book?
Okay, hold on. You gotta wait until we're all done.
Okay.
Emily, what does paintbrush go with? Paintbrush. Paintbrush. Where does it go? Where's paintbrush go, hon? There you go. What about this one? Key. Where's key go?
Locker. Locker and key.
Yes. Very good. What about here? Brush. Where does brush go with?
Sneaker.
Where does brush go with?
Sneaker.
Oh, sneaker already has something. What do you use the brush for? To do what?
Here.
Yes, with the hair, to brush your hair. Let's put it on this side over here. To brush your hair. Where does the fish go? Very good. And lastly, where does the ornaments go? Where do the ornaments go? Where do they go? They go where? The ornaments go on the
paint.
No, silly. Where does it go? Where do those Christmas ornaments go? Look at them. They're little balls. Little Christmas ornaments. Where do they go?
Right there.
Don't give her the answer. Let her figure it out. Yes, it goes on the Christmas tree. Remember, in Christmas time, we put on the ornaments on the tree? You got it, Emily. Now we're going to go over all these things and say the names of it, all right? All right, so once the kids are done, they go ahead and they check off everything off in the list for their summer schedule work. And then they go ahead and put everything back in the box. And then I go ahead and adjust things. So if, for example, she's going to need a new Sapphire's book for tomorrow, so I'll have it in the box for her. And everything's ready to go. And the list goes in the box too. And then she just puts the box back on the shelf. And everything is just ready to go for the next day. Here are the kids' boxes again. And that is how we do our summer school, so that the kids stay refreshed and don't forget anything. They continue doing their reading and their fact practice and logic. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Until the next time. Bye-bye.